Hey, Amanda Plumber here with you today, giving you a little advice on things you can ask when picking a plumber so that you get the right plumber for the job that you have at hand. Okay, if the extent of your plumbing problem is simply to fix a leak or something as simple as that, then there's just a few questions you would need to ask in order to find the right person. Mainly, what's the cost? For a simple job like that, you shouldn't have to pay a whole lot, and also making sure that they guarantee their work. So if they come and fix it, it's still leaky the next day, you can call them back and get them to come fix it again. But if your problems are much more involved, or if you're doing, especially if you're doing construction, where you're looking for a plumbing contractor, the questions that you're going to want to know are going to be a lot more detailed. So one of the first questions you can ask them are, what types of jobs do they work on most often? You want to get someone who's experienced for the particular task that you have at hand. You're looking for someone, especially if it's in construction or remodeling. You want to get someone who's familiar with that type of work. Okay, another question, how long have you been in business? If they have a website, a lot of the questions that we're going to have can be answered from their website. But if not, a good question, doesn't hurt to ask how long they've been doing this type of work. Again, just to make sure that they know what they're doing before you hire them. Just like before, do they guarantee their work, and do they offer a warranty on parts and labor? Depending on the extent of the work, you may want up to a full year warranty on the work, especially if it's a construction job. Make sure they are insured and that they're licensed. Again, if they have a website, you can get the information from there generally. But if not, be sure to ask. These are important points. You want to know up front what the full cost of the job is going to be. You don't want to be surprised as things move along. So make sure that they lay out all the costs for the job up front, including labor and parts, so that you have a clear picture of the total cost of the project. Another good question is, where do they get their parts? If it's a simple job, it really doesn't matter. But if it's extensive, it's best if they go with a wholesaler who have access to quality parts also at a good price, rather than going just to retail outlets for the parts. Also, if it's a remodeling or construction job, there's a few extra questions that you may want to ask. Particularly, what is the schedule for completion? You want to have a good idea up front how long it's going to take. They should give you a somewhat detailed schedule. Just look at it, make sure it seems reasonable based on the constraints you have. Make sure that they understand that the remodel should not affect other areas of the house. They should promise to clean up the job site daily, have procedures where they make sure they're not tracking the construction parts throughout the house so that it's nice and clean. Follow these tips and your next plumbing job should go smoothly. Hope this was a help.